Hey everyone, quick question. Are you more introverted or extroverted? Do you know how to describe your personality in English? Today we are going to teach you all the words and phrases you need to talk about personality. Whether you are shy, outgoing, friendly, or something else, we have got you covered. By the end of this video, you'll be able to describe yourself and others perfectly. So let's jump right in.
All right, Sarah, let me start with a question. How would you describe your personality?
Well, I would say I am pretty outgoing. I really enjoy meeting new people and being around others. I get energy from social situations. What about you, Daniel?
I am actually a bit more introverted than you. I enjoy spending time with close friends, but I also need time alone to recharge my batteries. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. That is a great way to explain it. So for our viewers, let me break this down. When we say someone is outgoing, we mean they are sociable and friendly. They enjoy talking to people and being in social situations.
Exactly. And introverted means you prefer quieter environments and smaller groups. It doesn't mean you're shy. It just means you get your energy from being alone rather than being around lots of people.
That is such an important distinction. A lot of people confuse introverted with shy, but they are different things, right?
Completely different. Someone can be introverted but still very confident. They just prefer smaller gatherings. On the other hand, shy means you feel nervous or uncomfortable around people, especially strangers.
Good point. So Daniel, besides being introverted, what other personality traits do you have?
Well, people often tell me I am pretty reliable. If I say I'm going to do something, I always follow through. I hate letting people down.
That is a wonderful quality. Being reliable means people can count on you and trust you. I think I'm reliable too. I always try to be on time and keep my promises.
You definitely are. You know what else? I think you are very optimistic. You always see the bright side of situations.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I do try to stay positive. Even when things go wrong, I believe everything will work out in the end. Are you optimistic too, or more pessimistic?
I would say I am somewhere in the middle, a realist. I try to see things as they actually are, without being too positive or too negative.
That is a good balance. So let's talk about some more personality words. What about someone who is very confident?
A confident person believes in themselves and their abilities. They're not afraid to speak up or try new things. But there is a fine line between confident and arrogant.
Oh yes, an arrogant person thinks they are better than everyone else. They might brag a lot or look down on other people. Nobody likes arrogant people.
Exactly. Confidence is attractive, but arrogance is a huge turnoff. What about someone who is modest? That is the opposite of arrogant.
A modest person does not brag or show off, even if they have accomplished great things. They stay humble. I really admire modest people.
Me too. Now let's talk about work personality. Sarah, would you say you are ambitious?
I would say yes. I have goals and dreams, and I work hard to achieve them. I am always trying to improve and move forward in my career. Are you ambitious?
Definitely. I think being ambitious is important. It means you have drive and motivation. But some people are more laid back, and that is okay too.
Absolutely. A laid-back person is relaxed and does not stress about everything. They go with the flow. I wish I could be more laid back sometimes.
You are pretty type A, aren't you?
What does type A mean for our viewers who might not know?
Great question. A type A personality is someone who is very organized, competitive, and time conscious. They like having control and can be a bit stressed. Does that sound like you?
Yes, unfortunately. I am very organized and I hate being late. I always have a plan and a schedule. What about type B?
A type B personality is more relaxed, patient, and creative. They don't worry as much about time and are usually less stressed than type A people.
I think you are more type B than me. You seem pretty chill most of the time.
I try to be. Now, let's talk about how we interact with others. Would you say you are considerate?
I hope so. Being considerate means you think about other people's feelings and needs. You're thoughtful and kind. I always try to consider how my actions affect others.
That is important. The opposite would be inconsiderate or selfish. A selfish person only thinks about themselves and does not care about others.
Unfortunately, we all know some selfish people. What about being generous? I think you are very generous, Daniel.
Thank you. I do try to share and help others when I can. Being generous does not just mean giving money. It can also mean giving your time, attention, or support.
Exactly. A generous person is happy to help and share what they have. Now, what about someone who is stubborn?
Oh boy, a stubborn person refuses to change their mind or behavior, even when they should. They can be very difficult to work with.
Are you stubborn, Daniel?
Oh, maybe a little bit. I do not like admitting when I am wrong, but I am working on it. What about you?
I can be stubborn too, especially about things I care deeply about. But I think there's a difference between being stubborn and being determined.
Good point. A determined person has strong focus and does not give up easily, but they are willing to adapt and change their approach if needed.
Right. Determination is a positive quality, while stubbornness can be negative. Let's talk about sense of humor. Are you funny?
I like to think so. I enjoy making people laugh. Having a good sense of humor is important to me. Life is too short to be serious all the time.
I completely agree. I love being around people who can make me laugh. Some people are naturally witty. They can make clever, quick jokes.
Yes, and some people are more sarcastic. Sarcasm is when you say the opposite of what you mean, usually in a funny way. Like, if it is raining, you might say, "Oh, great, perfect weather."
I use sarcasm a lot, but you have to be careful. Not everyone appreciates sarcastic humor. Some people might think you are being mean.
That is true. You need to know your audience. Now, what about being adventurous? Would you describe yourself that way?
I would say I am moderately adventurous. I like trying new things, but I am not super risky. What about you?
I am pretty adventurous. I love traveling to new places, trying exotic foods, and doing activities like rock climbing or skydiving.
Wow, you are braver than me. I am more cautious. I think things through carefully before making decisions.
There's nothing wrong with being cautious. It means you are careful and thoughtful. It can actually prevent a lot of problems.
True. Better safe than sorry, as they say. What about being spontaneous? Are you spontaneous?
Sometimes being spontaneous means you do things without planning ahead, like deciding to take a road trip on a whim.
I am not very spontaneous. I like having a plan. I am more of a planner. I need to know what is happening in advance.
That is interesting. We are pretty different in that way, but I think different personalities complement each other well.
Absolutely. That is why it is good to have friends with different personalities. Let's talk about some more traits. What does it mean to be open-minded?
An open-minded person is willing to consider new ideas and perspectives. They do not judge others quickly and are accepting of differences.
That is such an important quality. The opposite would be narrow-minded or closed-minded, someone who refuses to consider other viewpoints.
Yes, and nobody wants to be called narrow-minded. What about being patient? Are you a patient person, Sarah?
I try to be. Patience means you can wait calmly without getting frustrated. But I will admit I am not always patient, especially when I'm hungry.
I can relate to that. Being impatient is when you want things to happen immediately and you get annoyed when they don't.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about work ethic. Would you say you are hardworking?
I definitely am. I put a lot of effort into my work, and I do not give up easily. What about you?
Same. I am very diligent and dedicated. I take pride in doing quality work.
Those are great qualities. Being diligent means you are careful and persistent, and dedicated means you are committed to what you do.
The opposite would be lazy, which means you avoid work and effort. Nobody wants to be seen as lazy.
Definitely not. What about being creative? I think you are very creative, Sarah.
Thank you. I do enjoy coming up with new ideas and thinking outside the box. Creativity is important in so many areas of life.
Absolutely. Creative people see possibilities and solutions that others might miss. Are you more creative or more practical?
I think I'm both. Practical people focus on what works in reality. They are sensible and realistic.
That is a good combination, creative thinking with practical application. Now, what about emotional traits? Are you sensitive?
Yes, I am quite sensitive. I feel emotions deeply, and I am affected by what happens around me. Is that you too?
I am somewhat sensitive, but maybe not as much as you. Being sensitive means you are aware of your own feelings and other people's feelings too.
Right. Some people think being sensitive is a weakness, but I think it is a strength. It makes you more empathetic.
Great point. An empathetic person can understand and share the feelings of others. They can put themselves in someone else's shoes.
Exactly. Empathy is so important for building relationships. What about being calm? Are you a calm person?
Most of the time, yes. I do not get stressed or upset easily. I try to stay cool under pressure.
That is a valuable trait. The opposite would be anxious or high-strung, someone who worries a lot and gets stressed easily.
Unfortunately, many people struggle with anxiety these days. It's important to be understanding about that.
Definitely. Let's talk about social skills. Would you say you are friendly and approachable?
I hope so. I try to smile and be welcoming to people. Being approachable means people feel comfortable talking to you.
That is so important. Nobody wants to seem cold or standoffish. That means unfriendly or distant.
Right. And what about being talkative? You are pretty talkative, Sarah.
Guilty as charged. I love conversation, and I can talk for hours about topics I am interested in. Are you talkative too?
I can be, but I'm also comfortable with silence. Some people are more quiet or reserved. They do not talk as much and keep their thoughts to themselves.
That is okay. Both personality types have value. Let's wrap up with a few more traits. What does mature mean?
A mature person acts responsibly and thinks before acting. They handle situations in an adult way. The opposite is immature, acting childish or irresponsible.
And what about being flexible? Are you flexible?
Yes, I can adapt to changes and new situations easily. Being flexible means you're not rigid. You can adjust your plans when needed.
That is a great quality to have. Life is full of unexpected changes, so flexibility is important.
Absolutely. Well, Sarah, I think we have covered a lot of personality traits today.
We really have. Let's do a quick review for our viewers.
So remember, everyone, you can be introverted or extroverted, optimistic or pessimistic, confident or modest.
You might be ambitious and hardworking, or more laid back and easygoing. There is no right or wrong personality.
You can be adventurous or cautious, spontaneous or a planner, talkative or quiet.
The important thing is to be authentic, true to yourself, and to be respectful of others who have different personalities.
All right, everyone, that is it for today's video. We hope this helps you describe your personality in English.
Remember to practice using these words in your own life. Think about your personality traits and how you would describe yourself to someone new.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
And leave a comment below telling us, what is your personality type? Are you more introverted or extroverted? We would love to know.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
See you in the next video.